So we are with Gael Garcia Bernal, international heartthrob and the star of Rosewater. It's true.
Watch it.
It's true.
Watch it.
Okay, well, congratulations.
We're talking about serious issues here.
We are, and actually I do want to ask you about a very serious issue unrelated to the movie first. You do come from Mexico.
I think I know what you're going to ask me.
And I do want to ask you to comment on the 43 missing students in Guerrero who are now reportedly killed.
I feel almost, without words, because nothing we say right now, nothing we do, everything, this is a farce compared to what's happening in real life. Okay, what happened there is much more important than anything we're doing here. So let's first divide things.
Absolutely.
So let's not, it's not a comment one can do easily. Why? Because it is one of the most incredibly hurtful things that has happened to Mexico over the last, in its history. We are ashamed, sad, angered. We're fed up. We're, I don't know. I feel it's just incredibly terrible, and I'm glad we're able to talk about this. But it does feel like it is far much more important than anything we're doing, like an interview, even. Like it's a big issue that needs to be tackled and talked about and reflect about, and there's a lot of demonstrations that have to happen, and we all have to support that. Not only people in Mexico, but people from the outside world. We need them to help us stop this massacre.
How can they help? How can they help stop the massacre?
Many ways. There's no real answer, and in a way, like it's an interview is not going to solve things. Sorry, anything I say, a comment is not going to solve things. It is a bigger thing. It is a bigger. The impunity is so big that no words I can say right now count. I don't know. Do you want to talk about the movie?
I do want to talk about the movie. Do you see any parallels in terms of what journalists face in Mexico and what journalists face in Iran?
Absolutely, and face in many parts of the world as well. I mean, there is a big crisis of power going on right now, everywhere in the world, and power is trying to find its way of staying in power and controlling things. And there is professional journalists, there is non-professional journalists that are doing sometimes equally as important job as a professional journalist sometimes. And so we're in an interesting situation where unfortunately the only people that can tell the stories of all these massacres that occur, of all these disappearances, of all this violence, of all this injustice, are the journalists. And without journalism, there exists no democracy. And so this film highlights that issue, and it has an intense reflection with what's happening in Mexico, definitely.
Ya Me Cansé is now a rallying cry for the movement demanding justice for the students. I've had enough of the war on drugs. I've had enough of them taking us for fools.